You're watching The Wait Is Over, Exploring Surgical Weight Loss on ABC 27. Brought to you by Penn State Milton S. Hershey Medical Center.
Welcome back. A Carbon County woman weighed nearly 400 pounds. Doctors told her she needed to lose weight immediately. It was a matter of life or death.
This is an everyday chore for 44-year-old Missy Dietrich, cleaning up after her grandson. 3 years ago, she could not do this. That's because she weighed nearly 400 pounds. The weight gain started when she was young.
I was 250 pounds in 10th grade. It was so bad that my uncle said that he would give me $50 if I lost 50 pounds.
Missy went on the Atkins diet, lost the weight, and collected the cash. For her senior picture, she was down to 200.
No sooner was I off the Atkins, and I remember gaining like 10 pounds back almost immediately.
Missy gained and lost weight for years. For her sister's wedding, she slimmed down.
I wanted to be looking great. I got down to 225 and I walked down the aisle and I felt great.
A few days later, Missy's life took an unexpected turn. Missy had cardiomyopathy, and now she needed a heart transplant. After waiting 6 months at Penn State Hershey Medical Center, she received one.
After transplant, it's like every day it was getting heavy. I was just every day. It was like more and more and more and more and more. They'd fill me up with steroids, and I'd go home 20 pounds heavier.
Start to really slow her down. It would be like an effort to do a lot of things, once she gained all the weight. She could walk from here out to the car and get out of breath.
It upset me because I knew she was going the wrong way. If she was going to gain all that weight and she would need another heart, they wouldn't give it to her because you had to be 200 pounds in that area. And she was well over 250 by that time.
11 years after the transplant, Missy thought her heart was failing. The good news, her heart was okay, but her weight wasn't.
Her heart doctors were getting a little concerned because sometimes a heart transplant will only last about 15 years. And so they told her, wow, you've now gotten over 400 pounds. It's unsafe to operate on you. We're not going to be able to give you another heart unless you find a way to lose the weight.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do to help me? Because I want to live. I don't want to die. I want to be here. There's so much life left to live. There's so many people that need me.
Bariatric surgery was the only solution. Missy first met with registered dietitian Kiri Perkins.
So Missy came into the program very energetic, very motivated to want to lose the weight.
For 6 months, Missy followed the rules, ate the right foods, and lost some weight. Then it was time for a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, a first for Hershey Med and a first for Dr. Rogers.
I was really excited. I wasn't worried, I wasn't nervous. Where there is faith, there is no fear, and that was something really big that got me through.
This procedure is usually done laparoscopically, and essentially using surgical stapling devices, we fashion a very long, narrow tube of the stomach. The larger part of the stomach is completely removed from the body, and so then they're left with a narrow stomach. So there is some restriction. It's not easy to eat a big meal when you've had a sleeve gastrectomy.
From the moment I woke up after the surgery, I've just been awesome ever since. Totally.
Initially, Missy's diet was very limited, as it is for all sleeve patients.
They start with protein shakes, they go to more pureed baby food texture, softer meats, and then get into more regular textured foods.
Week by week, month by month, Missy's weight dropped. In a year and a half, she lost 170 pounds.
After like a year, then it seemed like, wow, you couldn't believe it. Like people that haven't seen her in a while, like in a couple months, 6 months, or a year, they can't believe it's the same person.
Now Missy can enjoy what really matters.
Come and get Grandma. Come on. Oh no.
her family.
Come on. He's so full of energy, and he just, he wants you to play baseball, and he wants you to play kickball, and, he wants to go up and down the steps, and he wants you to take him piggyback riding, and he just wants to go, and do, and I'm able to, right now, I'm able to be there. Do you want to come here and play it with Grandma? This is not a quick fix. This is a way of life. The way I live now. And it's so awesome. Choo, choo.
I feel like this saved their life, definitely saved their life. So I feel like she'll be here a lot longer for us.
As you can see, Missy has done remarkably well after the surgery. She is down to 224 pounds. If she would need another heart transplant, she is eligible. Now, Missy would like to have cosmetic surgery, but at this point, insurance does not cover it. Back to you, Chuck.
Deborah, thank you. Watching watching Missy, she's back in the game. You just see her excitement at being back here, and that's what this surgery is about. But what are the differences? Let's talk a little technical work now. Doctor, what are the differences between the sleeve gastrectomy and the gastric bypass? And are they safe?
They're both considered equally safe. They're about as safe as gallbladder surgery, which is something we talked about earlier. They're both stapled bariatric procedures. The difference is there's no rearrangement of the small intestine with the sleeve gastrectomy. It's just a narrow tube of stomach. The big part of the stomach is completely removed. That takes away some of the hormones that tell you you're hungry. So the sleeve is a great operation for eliminating hunger.
How about insurance in this particular version of the surgery?
Well,
insurance help out there?
What I'm excited about is most insurances in Pennsylvania did not yet cover sleeve at the time that Missy had her surgery. At this point, there are about 6 major insurances who do cover it across the country, so it's becoming more and more accepted.
I noticed in some of the reports they talk about protein supplements and vitamins, and they're important. How does that work? How do they play an important role in that?
Those are important for all of our patients after surgery, no matter what operation they have. Most Americans aren't getting enough vitamins in their diet anyway. Some patients come to us vitamin deficient even before the surgery, so we're sure that they take their supplements afterwards as well.
And they referenced in one of the reports earlier about cosmetic surgery, and I know that's probably a question that comes up in all the discussions there. How common is that, cosmetic surgery?
It's actually very rare. I've had very few patients seek out plastic surgery afterwards. They find that for the most part they can tuck folds in under their clothing and they're perfectly happy.
Well, since this type of surgery has become pretty common, at least we hear about it all the time, it's done a lot and so on, why should a patient choose Penn State Hershey for their surgery?
We are very proud of our program. I believe that we're the only program in central Pennsylvania that's completely self-contained. Our nutritionists, our psychologists, exercise physiology, the surgeons, we're all under one roof. So it's one-stop shopping.
One-stop shopping. Well, Doctor, thank you for coming in here and joining us tonight. And now I'd like to check in with Deborah Pinkerton, who's battling the flu bug there in the ABC 27 call center. Deborah?
That's right, Chuck, trying to talk through this one. Tell you what, the phone lines have been busy ever since they opened at 7 o'clock. They have been going nonstop. Keep calling. If you have questions about this, there's a Caroline number that you can call as well if you can't get through. Now, joining us right now to answer these questions for us here in the call center is Dr. Halleck. Thanks for being with us this evening. The first viewer question is, which is the best procedure for someone that has real bad acid reflux and hypothyroid problems?
Well, as we've heard, there are several options for weight loss surgery. In the case of severe gastroesophageal reflux or hiatal hernia, the option that we generally recommend is that of gastric bypass surgery, where the stomach is partitioned and it tremendously helps the amount of acid that comes up into the esophagus. In terms of hypothyroidism, weight loss in general will help that condition, and any operation would help with that.
Okay, the second question is, if your health insurance won't cover the surgery, what options are available to allow these people to receive the surgery?
Well, if insurance won't cover the surgery, unfortunately, this is an expensive procedure. The hospital charges are fairly high for this operation. There, of course, is the self-pay option, but we feel the better course of action is to work with your insurance company, work with your employer. Many people have choices when it comes to insurance, and that is usually the better route to go for coverage of this procedure.
Okay, thank you, Dr.